Hey guys, today we're gonna talk about the best 10 teams in Marvel Strike Force right now. Let's go. Number 10 is Underworld. It's a great team for beginners because they're all villains and they're very easy to find early in the game. Mission Nicodem is given for free. They're the third best, maybe fourth war offense team and war in general. They're also very good in defense. And they're useful in Cosmic Crucible. And number 9 is Infinity Watch. It's a very great team. It used to be the best team in the game for a long time. And now they're a very good team that still beats most of the new teams in the game, both in War and in Cosmic Crucible. They're very useful both in offense and in defense. And in number 8 we have Death Seed. They're the best mutant raid team that we have right now. Archangel is a great character with some small use in Arena. They're also required to unlock Apocalypse. And they're a great team in War and Crucible, both offense and defense. People tend to use them now more in offense because the mirror match, that means if you go in with the same team, is very easy to go Death Seed against Death Seed, so people prefer to have it in offense. Number 7 is Darkhold. Used to be the best team not too long ago. But now, because they're not used in Arena, only Morgan, and they're not really great in defense or on offense in War and Crucible. They're a very good team. They're one of the best, but they're not amazing anymore. So now they get the number 7 on the list. Also, one thing to mention for Darkhold is that up to Doom 3, they can be used exclusively as a Mythic grade team, which is amazing because they were not supposed to be this. And even if you want to build the best team possible Mystic to go more competitive, probably we're gonna have a Mystic team in a few months, but Morgan Le Fay is still part of the best Mystic team in my opinion, so they also get some points for that because they're also good in raids. Number 6 we have Unlimited X-Men. They're a Cosmic Crucible team. They're good but not the best team anymore. Mostly used on defense now. And they're kinda good team in war, both in offense and in defense. They take out some good teams, but they're not really great, except if you use them with Apocalypse. With Apocalypse instead of Phantom X, which is one of the worst characters, the worst character that you need to bring up to unlock Apocalypse. If you replace him, they are one of the best teams in the game, even in war offense. And as I forgot to mention, let's also mention for Darkhold the same thing, that if you use Apocalypse instead of Scarlet Witch, this team can take out room 5 in Cosmic Crucible, which is the worst room right now. So they have the potential of being a great team. Also, they're very good in war defense with Apocalypse, but still not one of the best teams. Number 5 we have Undyne. Now they're not a full team, they're a 2-person team. They're very often used with Tangled Web, but not Spider-Man Noir, or with Eternals, which are both teams higher on the list. If you make a combination of those teams, maybe with Dormammu, maybe with Emma Frost, they can go higher on the list. But if you have to rank these tags, like Undyne, Tangled Web, Eternals, Undyne now is at this spot. Number 5. And in number 4 we have Masters of Evil. Kang the Conqueror is one of the best characters in the game. They're also probably going to be the main team to unlocking Nova, the new legendary character coming in the game through the Scourge. So they're probably must-build team for everyone. Right now, they're the best Cosmic Crucible offense team. They take out Room 6 Wakandans, which used to be very difficult, but they cannot really do well in the Room 5. And they're not a good team in war. That's why they're not higher on the list, but they're still amazing. And at number 3, we have Eternals, Cersei and Icarus. It's amazing how they are so high on the list, even after more than a year that they have been released, because right now, this may change in a month, but right now they are the best Cosmic Crucible defense. They're amazing for you to progress in Cosmic Crucible. Basically, them plus Angle Web helped me reach now my best spot ever in Cosmic Crucible. They're used in arena offense to take out Apocalypse teams. They're a very good war offense team. They're also good in defense. So they have to go that high. And also, as a side note, probably as a duo, they're a great cosmic character to consider for Dark Dimensions. And in number 2, we have Gamma. They're the best war team, both offense and defense, with a huge margin. They're amazing. They are a very solid Cosmic Crucible team, probably top 5. Red Hulk alone has the power to drain efficiency in Crucible and stand alone and take out the whole opposing team. So they're amazing. They also can be used if you haven't built Rebirth yet. They can be used in raids, and they're great if you have them very big. But in number 1, have to go Tangled Web. And when I say Tangled Web, I mean basically Spider-Weaver with Spider-Man 2099, and Spider-Man 2099 doesn't even have to be huge. Spider-Man Noir isn't a very good character. He's probably best replaced in the team. And they moved up in my mind at number 1 because of how much help they offer in Cosmic Crucible defense, which is a game mode that gives a lot of rewards. Spider-Weaver can be used in Mystic Raids. She's a okay character. Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Weaver, Undying and Dormammu are a great war offense team, probably the second best in the game. They are great in Cosmic Crucible offenses if you choose to use them there, but right now they gain more buffs if paired with Eternals and maybe Apocalypse, maybe Emma Frost at room 5. So there you have it. Let's have some honorable mentions, and also let me remind you again that teams like the 2 Tangled Web members, like Eternals, like Undying with Hela, can go very high on the list if paired with Dormammu, if paired with each other. They're amazing. Dormammu is a great standalone character. Making this list, I used the tags here as a team, like Darkhold, Eternals, not exactly how they're used in game or with the replacement. Otherwise, probably Unlimited X-Men would be higher. Let's go for some honorable mentions. So you have to mention some raid teams when you're talking about Marvel Strike Force. And Invaders are the next best raid team coming in the game, so they definitely deserve to be mentioned here. And since we're talking about skill, this team, maybe with Maria Hill, but it's better with Nick Fury right now, is still an amazing team in Cosmic Crucible and in War, but they're now the best. They used to be the best skill solution, and now that we're transitioning, yes, they deserve a shout out because they're still great in all game modes, but let's go with Invaders from now. Rebirth is also the next best bio raid team to use. Both Invaders and Rebirth are supposed to suck in other game modes compared to how new they are. That's why they are not on the top 10 of the list. But they're good. They're okay. Let's talk Mystic for a moment. This is the best Mystic team in the game. I have talked about most of the characters, but except Deathpool, which is required for Apocalypse. I hadn't built her until then because I was using Darkhold as my raid team. But I'm very glad I did. She's an amazing, great character. Cloak and Dagger are probably not going to be used in raids anymore, but they are a team to be mentioned. The New Warrior are probably going to be the next best or one of the best Cosmic Crucible offense team. They are supposed to be one extra member coming in the game. And Bionic Avengers is the best tech team solution we have right now. It's probably out of like Rebirth, Invaders and Decid, it's probably the first team out of the four that is going to be replaced. Probably we're gonna have a Mystic Raid team sooner, but maybe Tech, we don't know, they do some bullshit like this. And they also okay, kinda good in war offense and defense and Cosmic Crucible war offense and defense, but they're not top 10. One team to consider building for newer players up to a degree because they're still required for Morgan Le Fay skirts are Web Warrior, the team I'm still using at raids. I'm gonna build Rebirth to replace them, so they don't in any way need to be that big. When I built them, they were kinda good in Cosmic Crucible and War defense. Now they're very bad in both game modes, or bad. So to build them up to G14 or G12 everyone and G14 Ghost Spider only, that's the best character, is probably what I propose for people to get Morgan Le Fay shards, but not use them as a raid team anymore. And Young Avengers are a team that is very good in Cosmic Crucible, offense and defense. They're probably a top 5 war defense team, and they're for skirts. I had to mention them. That's it, guys. See you. Bye bye.